Book 19. Ooh, lucky. Secret Potion Commotion. I have different potion for almost everything, Yzma, Imperial Advisor to Emperor Kuzco, told her new right-hand man, Kronk, as she showed him around her lab. Yzma's lab was full of bottles, beakers, and glass tubes full of dastardly concoctions. Cool, Kronk scratched his head. How come they all look the same? Yzma paused. I'm not sure. She picked up a vial of bubbling pink liquid. My point is, I have potions that have turned past sidekicks into fleas, or worse, so don't fail me, Kronk. Kronk picked up a vial labeled with a squirrel icon. I can talk, squirrel. Yzma sighed. I know, I saw it on your resume listed as special skill. Just then, Emperor Kuzco's voice rang out from somewhere in the palace. Yzma! Yzma entered the dining hall to find Emperor Kuzco seated at his table. The smile slipped off Yzma's face as she realized the table, usually heaped with all sorts of fruits and vegetables, was oddly bare. There she is. Kuzco flashed a charming smile. Just the royal advisor I wanted to see. Yzma forced to chill for a little laugh. Your Highness, what can I ever do for you? The crops in the village aren't growing. You know, the ones that they delivered to my palace every day for the giant meals I can't ever seem to finish? Fix the problem. Say by tomorrow morning, I can't last more than a day without a proper feast. Yzma nodded vigorously. Of course, Your Majesty, I'll... Good. Just what I wanted to hear. Kuzco shooed her away. That's all. Bye-bye. Oh, man. How much will I bake my spinach puffs? How will I bake my spinach puffs? Kronk said, with a heavy sigh, after Yzma had filled him in. Yzma smacked him. Forget about your spinach puffs. We have a job to do. To the lab! At once! Kronk pulled the lever, and they took off. Down and down and down they went, until they landed back in the lab. Yzma paced back and forth, thinking hard. How do we make the crops grow back overnight? Well, it's a good thing you have a potion for everything, Kronk said with a smile. Almost everything, Yzma corrected him. Then her face lit up. I'll make a new potion. I'll soak it up in a storm cloud, then blow that cloud over the crops so it rains down on them. They'll grow back, and Kuzco shall wake to find a sumptuous feast. Yzma cackled. It's genius, brilliant, foolproof, I say. And look, we have just enough ingredients for a single batch, Yzma said. The duo quickly got to work. After concocting the potion, they took it to the palace roof, but there wasn't a cloud in the sky. No rain. You'll just have to hang glide over the village with the potion, said Yzma. Yzma handed the potion to Kronk. A few drops, and the village crops will regrow before a new day's dawns. Our moment of victory approaches. Within moments, Kronk was soaring over the village, sprinkling the potion on the fields. The crops flashed and sparkled, and Yzma squealed in delight. It's working, she cried. She hurried down to the fields to get a closer look. But Yzma froze when she noticed the potion wasn't helping the crops grow. Instead, it was making the wilted leaves and rotten stalks transform into squirrels, Yzma shouted. They're supposed to be tomatoes. Kronk landed beside Yzma. Hey, look, squirrels. Where'd you guys come from? Yzma snatched the flask from him and sniffed it. Kronk! What we used wasn't extract of laurel. It was extract of squirrel. Hey there, little guy, Kronk said to a squirrel that had climbed onto his shoulder. Yzma rubbed her temples. Hopefully we can make this right before Kuzco finds out. Yzma! Yzma entered Kuzco's throne room. Your Majesty, something the matter? Let's see, Kuzco mused. My beauty sleep has been interrupted, first by my growling stomach, and then by a full-on squirrel infestation. He shot her a deadpan look. Me no likely. Me no likey. Listen, I'm officially hangry, and when I get hangry, royal advisors get fired. So take care of this, okay? Great. Outside the palace, Yzma found Kronk talking to a squirrel. Stop your mindless chitter-chatter, Yzma hissed. We need to finish the job, which means we must find more of the ingredients we wasted on the dead potion for the actual potion this time, or else we're through. To the jungle to collect the ingredients now. Yzma and Kronk set off into the jungle to restock the ingredients for a new batch of crop-growing potion, without any extract of squirrel in it this time around. First, we must collect a strand of jaguar hair, Yzma said. Next, we need pollen. We need to pluck the pollen from a special flower. Steal a silken strand of spiderweb, and last of all, shear some wool of llama. After they finished gathering the ingredients, Yzma brewed the crop-growing potion, this time without Kronk's help. We don't have much time. I'll sprinkle the new potion in the fields, she said, while I tell the squirrel to scurry safely away from Kuzco's palace. Kronk pipped up proudly. The next morning, a very tired Yzma stumbled into the dining hall, eager to see if her potion had worked. Sure enough, Kuzco was helping himself to the fresh, bountiful crops heaped on the table. Yzma grinned. The crop shortage is over. The squirrels are gone. I fixed it all for you, Your Majesty. That's nice, he said, through mouthfuls of food. Then after a beat of silence, you're still here. You can go. I'd recommend sleeping. You look awful. And no more strike. And one more strike and you're fired. Yzma staggered back to the lab, only to find it was overrun with squirrels. Spinach puff? Kronk offered with a smile. She swatted the savory pastry from his hand and sank to the floor. Seconds later, she was fast asleep, dreaming of wicked plots to overthrow Kuzco.